This video is made with the intention of being a no damage tutorial of the game. Feel free to use any of these strategies used in this video, but listen carefully before you can perform them successfully. Hello everybody, this is a no save no damage run of
Resident Evil.
Getting the Bad Ending 1 with Chris Redfield.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
Kill, run for that house!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Alright, so let's start. So Chris' scenarios are harder than Jill's. And I'll tell you later why, after this cutscene. So as soon as the cutscene ends, equip the knife. Knife the zombie once, then pause and knife him again, pause. And if the zombie doesn't fall with the second knife, knife the zombie a third time, and he should fall down. So the reason I pause and unpause is to reset Chris' animation and also to reset the enemy animation. So I'm able to knife him twice without getting grabbed, and a knife that time on the zombie's ass because I can. No, I'm joking. It's because tell you later.
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
So I knifed the zombie on the ass because I want him to start standing up. And when the zombie is standing up, he cannot grab you. On this game, it's not possible that zombie can grab you when they are standing up. They must end the standing up animation, then they can grab you. So be careful to not examine Forrest's body, because if you do that, the crows will aggro to you. So just pick up the handgun bullets. And it's not necessary to pick up the small keys, even if it looks like it, unless you want to kill all enemies, no damage run or something like that. So for this zombie, push the statue until the zombie gets stuck in your way, then equip the handgun and start shooting the zombie. Wait until the zombie fully falls down and shoot him on the floor. I got lucky this time, so the zombie just died on the floor. Sometimes he will stand up again and you have to keep shooting. So a general rule for zombies in order to kill them is that you have to wait until they fully falls down, or wait until they fully stand up, because you cannot shoot them between those two animations, because you won't do any damage. So that's a general rule in order to kill zombies. So this part is kinda easy to dodge the zombies, because they always vomit. But I like to kill them because I have enough ammo, and it's safer to do this. You see how that zombie is pushing the other zombie body. It looks pretty nasty. But yeah, and another general rule to know if a zombie is dead or not is that they have to start bleeding on the floor.
What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but
I see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
So go to the item box and save the knife and then the aid spray and pick up both clips from the item box. Then combine the clips and combine it with the handgun because you need to reload. And then pick up the sword key.
Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
So choose no,
It's
because for
pretty
the bad
dangerous
endings
outside.
you don't
Let me
have
take
to
care
save
of it.
Rebecca.
I understand.
So it's
For
possible
now,
to
I'll wait here.
choose yes
Since there
here
are a
and
lot of
then make
chemicals
the
in this
plan for
room
it to
and it might be
fight
useful.
easier and then let Rebecca die
Well, I'll look
in
over the
another instance of the
chemicals.
game. But just choose no, and that's the best way to get a bad ending. So for these zombies you have to do what you see. Stick close to the walls I walked before, and you will be able to dodge those zombies pretty easy. So as soon as you enter to this room, start shooting the first zombie, and then shoot the other zombie on the left. Check if that zombie wasn't dead, because he wasn't bleeding. Now he's bleeding, so he's dead. So the good thing about the Japanese version of this game, oh, and this is the PC version of the game too, is the PC version and the Japanese version. It's that you have auto aim, so you can take advantage of that. The only versions of this game that has auto aim are the Japanese version of the original game, and then all the director's cut versions of the PS1 version has auto aim too. So on no damage runs for arrange mode, you will see that I will have the auto aim, and I'll be playing on the North American version too. But that's another video, so let's just don't go there. So I forgot telling you why Chris is harder than Jill. And that's pretty simple. It's because Chris has 2 less item slots. There's more enemies. There's less ammo and less weapons, unlike Jill.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
Just relax and play. Okay, let's go back to the commentary. So, you need to pick up the wooden shield right here. And one really important thing about Chris's runs are that you have to manage your inventory pretty well. Because you have two less item slots, so it's harder to manage your inventory, unlike Jill. Right now you can discard this sword key because you don't need it anymore. So just keep in mind that all the item management I made, it's pretty well think about to be able to not go to the item box every time. That's a perfect sentence, I think. So for this zombie, just shoot him, he falls down, then shoot him on the floor when he fully falls down. He's not bleeding, so I have to shoot him again. Now he's bleeding, he's dead. When a zombie starts twisting on the floor, that's another factor that you can keep in mind to know that the zombie's dead. But it's not 100%, so the 100%, if you want to be sure 100% of if a zombie's dead, they have to start bleeding on the floor. So this part is kind of tricky. You have to go to the corner on the right and then start shooting as fast as you can. the zombie falls down, go behind him, and then shoot him on the floor. I got lucky right there because the zombie just died. But that won't happen every time, so the main strategy is to shoot the zombie until he falls down, then go back to him, and then shoot him on the floor. If he fully stand up, keep shooting him. And the reason you have to do it fast is because there's another zombie coming to you. So these zombies are free. There's not much talk about the zombies. So there's a book that Carcinogen SDA mentioned on his videos. And he said that if you shoot really fast, sometimes you won't do the full damage of all the bullets that you use. So sometimes you have to take your time in order to keep shooting. It's like you have to wait until the sound of the bullet triggers, and that means that the bullet it inflicts damage. It's pretty hard to understand how that book works. So when you are able to shoot patiently, just do it. Do not rush. And of course, on Chris scenarios, you will see how I make some tricks with the pause and unpause animation. So I will explain you that later on the game. So I pull some of the strategies from Carcinogen SDA videos, and also I use some world record speedrun strategies. So it's like a combination of both strategies and also my strategies. So these zombies, you have to dodge the zombies as I did before when I first entered to that room. And right now save the Beretta and save the Wind Crest. You don't need weapons right now because we will just be dodging enemies. Right here, pick up the broken shotgun and the clip.
Chris! You like it?
Oh, that was great.
It's funny how you told Rebecca to stay in that room, and then she suddenly appears in this room and help you. But this is the only part that Rebecca will help you on the game on the bad endings. On the good endings, there's a lot of places that Rebecca can help you. So when you use the golden shield, you get the shield key, and that gives you entrance to the Yawn room. So the reason why I can skip the door animations is because this is the PC version of the game again. Just in the PC version of the game you can skip the door animations, and also on the DS version, but that counts like another game, even on speedrun.com. So I go there and pick up the clip because I need handgun bullets in order to deal with the dogs and with the plant 42. And there's a clip too on Richard's body. Alright, so Yawn. This is supposed to be a boss fight, but we won't fight Yawn. It's not necessary to fight Yawn. At least not right now. So just wait until he tries to attack you and then start running. Go for the moon crest. And then stand up right on this place. Just stand up right there and wait until Yawn comes to you. He cannot like jump those wooden walls, so do not worry about it. He has to do this all the time. So he entered, wait a little, and then start going around Yawn's tail and that wooden wall. And you will just get out. Pick up the shotgun shells, this is very important. And then just get out from this room. Sometimes that zombie will aggro as soon as you start going down the stairs. But do not worry about it. Sometimes that can happen, but he won't grab you. He will vomit. So just don't worry. And as you can see, the item management is perfect. I don't have to go to an item box and then backtrack to pick up an important item. But right now we'll go to the item box because we want to pick up the shotgun. So right here, save the armor key and one crest. And then just go directly to the shotgun room. Because with Chris you cannot just pick up the shotgun like Jill. You have to put the broken shotgun on its place, because you don't have Barbie to save you. So it's mandatory to do that with Chris. So kill the zombie. Sometimes he won't die with just one shotgun shell. And decapitate this one. So it's possible to decapitate the first one. But I don't really recommend it because the hitbox is kinda tricky. So just shoot him on his body. For the dog it's like Jill. Wait until the dog fully stand up and then shoot again. And if the handgun bullet doesn't hit the dog, just wait until the dog comes to you and then shoot. So use the crest because we will need item slots. That's why I use the crest and then kill the dog. And it's very, very important to reload the shotgun before you save the shotgun shells. And you will see why on the dog's part. Oh, so the puzzle never change? It's always the same with Jill and with Chris. Not even an arrange mode change, so yeah, it will be cool if it change at least on arrange mode or on different scenarios. But yeah, it doesn't change. Right, so the reason why I bring the shotgun right now, it's because when the dogs are pretty close each other and they are coming to you together, it's not possible to shoot them all with just the handgun. You will be able to shoot one or two, but not the third one. And with Chris you have to deal with 3 dogs on each room. So that's why I bring the shotgun, because with the shotgun you can use 1 shotgun shell and shoot 3 dogs at the same time. So it's a pretty helpful weapon against dogs. But just if they are close together and coming to you. So right here is the same as Jill. Just shoot and wait until the dogs comes to you. If the dogs get close each other, just use the shotgun. Like right now. Because I thought the third dog will come to me with the other 2 dogs. But that doesn't happen, but I can just take advantage of the shotgun because I have enough ammo. And for the last one, just kill him with the handgun. So, like 90% of the time, the third dog will get stuck on the right. But this wasn't the case. And it's important to pick up this small key. But if the third dog gets stuck on the right, just enter to the other room and then re-enter to the courtyard. And you will be able to kill the third dog without aggroing him. It's pretty helpful. Alright, so this room, just walk. So this is bad RNG. This is the worst RNG you can get on this room. So just shoot the first dog and then wait the other 2 dogs with the shotgun. And try to kill 3 of them with the shotgun. If you have a good sight of shooting. But the worst thing of this is that I use all the shotgun shells and I will have to go to the item box. So for this dog, just walk. It's not necessary to kill them because these dogs despawn after you kill the plant 42. And after you kill the plant 42, you have to backtrack to the mansion again. So that's why I'm not killing these dogs, but I kill the other dogs because the other dogs doesn't spawn. Alright, so on the guardhouse, it's necessary to push the statue because the tentacle grab counts as damage. So for a no damage run, it's mandatory to push the statue. And I check out that with the SRT tool for the PC version of the game. I thought the tentacle grab didn't deal damage, but it dealt damage. So. And because I don't have shotgun shells, that's why I go to the item box. So in this room there's 2 zombies, Mary Kate and Ashley, because they are twins. And I got pretty lucky and just killed them with just 1 shotgun shell. And I go again to the item box because I forgot that I need a space for the red book and for the shotgun shell, so don't do that. Don't be like me. You have to go to an item box, just make the necessary space. So use a small key right there and pick up the shotgun shells and then pick up the red book. Just combine the shotgun shells with the shotgun, and then just get out. And that's the only small key that we will be using on the game. We don't need more. It looks like you will need with Chris because you don't have enough ammo and you don't have the lockpick like Jill, but believe me, you don't need more small keys. But for the bad endings, it's really necessary that you pick up the handgun and the handgun bullets, because on the bad endings you don't have the Rebecca help for the Plant 42 fight, so you have to fight the Plant 42 on 2 phases of the fight, not just once, like on the good endings. But you will see. Let's just not forward into the game. And I'm thinking why I'm with the shotgun. Oh yeah, it's because this. We'll be visiting every room on the guardhouse. Well, almost every room, because on every bathroom there's handgun bullets on Chris run. We'll be visiting every bathroom. That's a perfect sentence, yeah. So on Chris run, there's no cutscene from the Neptune, from the sharks. So just go directly to the control room. And that little shark, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he cannot attack. So don't worry about that little shark. You just have to worry about the big one. And do not go on the other side of the room, because if you go from the other side you will just encounter the Neptune and they will attack you. Push this button and I will give you entrance to the next one. And with Chris it's necessary to pick up both shotgun shells. And it's necessary too to pick up both clips of the handgun. So for the Plant 42 fight you need like 80 handgun bullets. But it's really good if you have more, because you can fuck it up the fight. Oh and yeah, forget about this, this is really important. You can reset enemies' HP values if you re-enter to the room. So if you reset the room, you will reset the HP value of the enemies, and that counts for the bosses too. So that's why it's better to have more than 80 handgun bullets, in case you get out by accident of the Plant 42 room, because it's really possible to get out by accident of that room, because the door will be like right behind you. Alright, Plant 42 starts, so as soon as the cutscene ends, just go to the wall and then start shooting. The most important thing that you have to keep in mind is that those little white spots that start falling onto you. When those little white spots start falling into you, pause, then unpause, and then go to the other side of the wall. And why I pause and unpause? Because when you pause and unpause, you restart your idle animation, and you can start running as soon as you can. Because if you don't unpause, you will have to wait until Chris stop aiming, and you don't want that. So that was the first phase of the boss. So just get out, then reload your handgun, and then re-enter to the room. This is the second phase of the fight. So the second phase of the fight is longer because you have to deal with 3 tentacles. And on the first phase you have to deal with just 2 tentacles. And it's the same strategy. If the white spot start falling onto you, just pause and unpause and go to the other side. So now all the white spots falling will fall you an acid. But it's better to just be careful and do that on every white spot falling into you. And that's the main strategy for Plant 42. It requires a lot of practice. And this will help you a lot with the pause and unpause trick for more fights in the game. So it's really good to practice this fight. And that's the Plant 42.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We're still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
So, as I told you before, we have to backtrack to the mansion. But we don't have to deal with dogs, because as I told you before, again, these dogs despawn, and we kill the other dogs, so we have free pass to the mansion. But we have to deal with hunters in the mansion, because all the zombies are now replaced with hunters. That's why I have the shotgun and shotgun shells. The handgun, it's like necessary for some fights, like fighting one hunter and I think the Tyrant at the end of the game.
What? It must be a STARS radio. It's a little bit broken, but it might still be usable. I'll take it with me.
So as soon as the cutscene ends, just stay in place and aim, shoot. When the hunter comes close to you, shoot again, and then a third time. That hunter will always die with 3 shotgun shells and will never jump if you stay in place. If you move a little to the right or to the left, it's possible that he can jump. So in this room there's the red book, and there's magnum bullets, but you don't need magnum for the bad endings, it's not necessary. So just forget about everything that has to be with the magnum. This room, walk a little, aim, And when the hunter appears on the camera, shoot. He appears on the camera again and then keep shooting, and he will die with 3 shotgun shells again. That hunter will never jump if you follow that strat. So a main rule for a hunter to jump is that he has to be on a straight line to you. But with those 2 hunters, that rule doesn't apply. So those 2 hunters will never jump if you do what I told you. So just save the red book and the crank. You just need the shotgun. Oh, I think I didn't save the red book. Oh, yeah, I saved the red book. You need the handgun and the handgun. The handgun, and the shotgun and shotgun shells. So you shoot that hunter and then walk down the stairs and start shooting the hunter from this spot. The hunter cannot go down the stairs, so it's the best cheese you can do with that hunter. It's a free kill. Alright, so for your fight, it's pretty tricky, the strat. It needs a lot of practice, to be honest. And I'll try to explain you as best as I can. So as soon as the cutscene ends, aim, shoot, pause and pause, 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 and then aim down and shoot. The last shot is always aiming down. If you do it correctly, the Yawn will always miss the last auto attack. And on the Japanese version, Yawn will always die with just 6 shotgun shells. On the North American version of the game, I think he needs like 7 or 8. But if you're running this game, I strongly recommend you to play the Japanese version, at least for the original. So there's shotgun shells right here, but there's 2 zombies unlike Jill. That zombie won't die with just 1 shotgun shell, just shoot him again. And those zombies do not care about them, because they will all keep eating unless you get closer. So just don't get close to them because it's not necessary. And the reason I'm really kind of far away from that zombie, it's because if you are pretty close to him, he can grab your feet. And even when you are a little not close to that zombie, when you aim the shotgun, it kind of pushes you forward, so that's why you have to keep a pretty decent distance with that zombie. And as you can see, it's not necessary to use the small keys with Chris Ram because there's a lot of shotgun shells that the games already give you. Maybe on a range mode I will need the small keys, but I'm not really sure about it. Because on a range mode, on this part there's no zombies, there's hunters. So it's harder to go to that room and it's not necessary, but well, that's a range, let's forget about it. For the good... Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not good ending. For the bad ending one, you need to save Jill. So in order to save Jill, you need the ammo discs. And the first ammo disc of the game is on this part. So when you pick up this ammo disc, there's 1 hunter that will appear on the courtyard. Unlike the worst ending or the bad ending too. And try to be kind of fast because that zombie can grab you if you are kind of slow on that part. So for that zombie, aim up and then to the left a little, because he will always go to the left. He won't go straight to you. So this is the safest strat. Walk straight, and as soon as the camera changes, tap a little to the right. And just keep running straight and you will dodge that that hunter, and the other hunter will never aggro. It's possible to kill those hunters in that room, but it's safer and easier to dodge them. So for this hunter, shoot him, pause, and then start running. And it will give you enough time to just run through that hunter, and he won't instantly stand up or try to attack you. And on this run he jumps, but that doesn't always happen. He can try to chase you and be really close to you, but if you do that strat, you will be safe. I don't recommend to kill him with the shotgun because he can jump, so it's better to just shoot him, pause, and then start running. So for this hunter, run straight and then stick close to that wall, and he will always miss the slash. So right now it's just putting some items on its place. So I'll be back when we reach the mines.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there?
Alright, so
Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
there's two hunters in this room. What you have to do is stick to that wall, aim and shoot, pause, aim and shoot, pause again, and aim and shoot. He will die with 3 or 4 shotgun shells. So just reload the shotgun, then wait on this corner again. And when the hunter appears in the camera, do the same strat. Shoot, pause, and then shoot, pause. And why pause? Because with that I will start my animation, so I can aim faster. And I can shoot faster, a little faster, and I won't let I won't allow the hunter to jump on me or start running. That's why I do that strat. So for this hunter, just shoot him, pause, and then start running and get out of this room. Right here, there's one hunter, and it's the same strat as before. Shoot, pause, and then get out. It's not necessary to kill those two hunters, just the first two hunters. Because there's the crank between the hunters, so that's why I killed those two hunters at the beginning. And on the good endings it will be easier, because we will pick up the magnum, and with the magnum the hunters die with just one magnum bullet. So that's one of the reasons I think bad endings are harder than good endings. unless you pick up the Magnum for the bad endings. It's possible, but it's not necessary. So it's mandatory to pick up that flamethrower because you will need it to enter to the next room after the Black Tiger fight. And on that little box right there, or that little empty hole, there's Magnum bullets, so not necessary. So as soon as the cutscene ends, walk, stick to this wall, aim, and when the hunter lands, just shoot him and pause and then get out. So we won't kill the Black Tiger, we just need to do this. Wait until the Black Tiger tries to attack you with his acid, or try to speed acid. And when the Black Tiger is about to speed, just move to the other place. And like that, you don't need to fight the Black Tiger, and you can use the acid of the Black Tiger to destroy the spider web. Needs some practice, but it's not really hard. So right here, save the mansion key. Wait, I had the mansion key? No, save the crank, it's not the mansion key. I'm drunk, I'm sorry. Yeah, save the crank, but not the crank that you need for the mines. The other crank, the first crank. The crank from the courtyard. So you have to move these walls, these rock walls, 3 times. Then get close to the boulder, and then enter to the room on your left. And why I triggered the boulder cutscene is because behind the boulder there's the second ammo disc of the game, and on this puzzle there's the blue book. The blue book. So I think I forget about telling you how to get the endings with Chris. So for the worst ending or the bad ending too, you don't have to save anyone. So you have to let Rebecca die and do not save Jill. For the bad ending one, you just need to save Jill and let Rebecca die. For the good endings, there's 2 good endings. For one good ending, you need to save Rebecca, and for the other good ending, you need to save Rebecca and save Jill. And that's the best ending. So that input, it's kinda troll sometimes, so that's why I wasn't able to use the eagle emblem. Alright, so the laboratory parts of the game, the last section of this game. So for the laboratory you need to pick up the other ammo discs that you saved before in the mansion. And just kill these zombies. It's possible to dodge them, but we have plenty of shotgun ammo, so that's why I'm just killing them. And there's a third zombie on the left right now. But it's not necessary to kill him right now. We will do it after we open the the door with the computer. So in order to skip the intro of the computer, you have to hold the confirm button and you skip the intro of the computer. So the login is John and the password is Ada. And the second password is MOLE. So for the bad ending one, you need to open both rooms, B2 and B3. So you just go back to the second floor. And right now you have to kill the zombie, because he's on your way, or he's on the way of the feeder demo disc, so it's mandatory to kill him. At least for a no damage run. I think in a speed run you can just avoid him. I'm not really sure. Maybe with a knife and pause and unpause. So pick up the laboratory key. And I like to kill the zombies because it's easier and it's safer, or is the safest strat. Because dodge those zombies, it's pretty hard to do, to be honest. So it's better to just kill them if you are doing a no damage run. It's funny how you just need that key for just one room. And this is the worst puzzle that you can encounter in this game, because it's the hardest one and the slowest one. And one good thing to keep in mind for this puzzle is that you don't have to walk above that red button, because if you walk on that red button, it will trigger the poison gas. So be careful about that red button. That's why I'm doing this puzzle really careful. So maybe you wonder why I'm like doing it perfectly. It's because one time I was like not letting those air vents empty or without the box, and the poison just flows in the air. I don't know if it was a bug or something, but that's why I just do it like perfectly that puzzle. So right there you can activate the first demo disc. And I like to kill the zombies too because it's kinda tricky to dodge them. But it's easier than the other ones, than the naked zombies. So this is the hardest part of the laboratory. And I like to equip the shotgun because it let me move faster. Or at least I feel like it. So that's why I like to unequip the shotgun. And I didn't explain you how to do that part, I'm sorry. So for this part, just run, wait until the Chimera tries to attack you, go back a little, and then just run straight. Activate the ammo disc and do the same strat. Wait until the Chimera tries to attack you and then go back a little. So for the Chimeras at auto attack on the floor, It's not necessary to bait the auto attack, just keep running. It's just necessary to bait the auto attack for the Chimeras on the ceiling. But Chimeras are the worst enemies in this game. I really hate the Chimeras, are even more arrangement. So for that Chimera the same, and for the second one too. As soon as the camera changes before the second Chimera, you have to start going back, because that Chimera will try to instantly attack you. And I entered this room because I will kill the Tyrant with the handgun. And I have a lot of handgun bullets. So I think the Tyrant just needs like 12 handgun bullets or something like that. So I see you on the Tyrant fight.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the Tyrant virus. I lost some of my STARS team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Enrico? I'll destroy the stars myself, including you. The fact is, Umbrella does not know what to do with the Tyrant virus. We have orders to blow up his laboratory, and it's not a bad idea. But I think we should save this important research for future use.
You think you can disappear with such important material?
Would you like to see it? Come with me. I'm sorry for my lack of manners, but I'm not used to escorting men. Now, walk. That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too. What? Don't come this way! No!
You can't kill me.
Alright, the Tyrant fight starts. Just start running and go to this corner. Equip the handgun and start shooting. When he's kinda getting close to you, just walk to the other corner and then start shooting. And I don't know why Chris is not using the auto aim right there. This Chris. And just keep doing that. Just going around this place and start shooting. And most of the time the hunter will kinda get stuck on Wesker's body, and you can take advantage of that. And that's it. That's the Tyrant fight on the laboratory. And on the bad endings, you don't have to fight the Tyrant on the heliport, so this is the last boss fight of the game. And did you see how that Tyrant kinda jump on the floor? That looks weird. But it's not the end of the game. You can take damage, because there's 2 Chimeras and 4 zombies to deal with. The Chimera is not necessary to kill them, but you have to stun this Chimera. So pause and pause after you shoot and start running. And I don't know how that jump didn't hit me. And there's 4 zombies in this room. So just kill them with the shotgun. So they were really close to me, so that's why I just get out of the room and re-enter, because I can restart their spawn places. So with the shotgun, when the enemy is pretty far away from you, it will, like almost always, take 2 shotgun shells. And when they are pretty close, they will take like 1. And even 3 shotgun shells if they are really far away.
Jill, are you there?
Chris?
Jill, you're all right.
Yes. Wesker is here. He's...
Oh, I know. Anyway, let's get out of here.
And I lied when I told you you have to deal with just 4 zombies, because you have to deal with 3 zombies upstairs. I'm a liar, I'm sorry.
Let's get going.
Nah, I just forget. I'm not a liar. So as soon as you go out of this room, there's 1 Chimera on the right. So just go straight to the stairs, because that Chimera can attack you or even jump to you. Take advantage of this site, because you can shoot both zombies at the same time. And be careful with this zombie, because sometimes he can be like right around the corner when you change the camera. That was the last zombie.
This is Brad. I have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send a sign. This is the last.
Let me take care of them.
But,
Chris, get in contact with Brad right away.
okay.
Alright, so this was Resident Evil without saving, without taking any damage, getting the bad ending 1 with Chris Redfield. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned. I'm Ares, and I see you next time.